Hello again, Pokepeeps. Today I'm bringing you a video on a Jellicent rocking its way through the Great League meta. Jellicent's pre-evolution Frillish is available to all trainers that are at least of rank 20, and it'll be their guaranteed first encounter once they reach rank 20. Here is the team I used to support my Jellicent lead. I used a Scrafty, who was pretty good in Great League PvP IV wise. I love using Scrafty to take care of any of those steel types. Galarian Stumpus gets walled by this thing. Just a couple of power-up punches and he can really damage anything else after the Stunfisk. But gotta be really careful of any charm users. Like 4 charms and Scrafty is done. Next is my Shadow Victory Bell. Now, a lot of people are familiar with the Shadow Victory Bell being just such a jerk to anything. The Razor Leaves hit really hard. Mine is only around 80% IV for the Great League, but even with that kind of low number, it still really rocks. If I'm able to get to a charge move, it will nuke just about anything. The only problem with Victory Bell is it can't take any hits whatsoever. So I tried to send out Victory Bell with at least 1 shield. And finally, we have my Jellicent. He's only around 80% IV for the Great League, but Jellicent has proven to be such a bulky Pokemon. He has a very high HP stat matched with an okay defense stat, but what really makes him so spammy is that Bubble Beam matched with Hex. Hex gives you a lot of energy, while Bubble Beam is guaranteed to debuff the attack stat of your opponent. So if you just keep using Hex over and over with Bubble Beam, no matter what you're fighting, your opponent's probably going to want to switch out because it's too weak to beat the wall that is Jellicent. There is my Jellicent team. Let's get into some battles. First match of the day. Let's go. Of course, I am leading with my Jellicent, and they're leading with Altaria. Altaria is super bulky, just like my Jellicent. But neither of us have an advantage here. We're both doing neutral damage. But I decided to go for the Bubble Beam to try and shield bait. Because the Ice Beam would probably take out the Altaria, being Dragon Flying. It has a 4 times weakness to Ice. So now they're throwing. I wasn't able to get the shield. But that is a debuff Sky Attack on my wall of a Jellicent. Doesn't do too bad. Now I'm going for the Ice Beam. Since they didn't shield, I'm wondering if they're going to use it this time. Nope, I defeat the Altaria. And they bring out Shadow Machamp, which is an interesting choice because I 4 times resist fighting being a ghost type. But Machamp is able to charge up before me. Counter is just that good of a fast move. Bring out the Victory Bell to try and take out this Machamp real quick. Shadow Machamp has no defense. It's not going to be able to survive that many Razor Leaves. And even though Victory Bell's a glass can, it does resist fighting because it's poison type. It does not even bother staying in. I'm assuming there was an Azumarill back there, which is a very weak choice against my Victory Bell. Moving into the second match. I'm going to keep leading that Jellicent, and I'm telling you, it is a fantastic lead. And we get another Altaria lead. Except this one is shiny. Good for them. Yep, once again, neutral damage. Ghost does neutral to Dragon. The Dragon does neutral to me. And once again, I'm going for that shield bait. This is kind of a repeat of last time, except this time they shield. Now, you shield from my damage, but you're still getting that attack debuff. And there we go. This time, I'm going to go for that Ice Beam again. But they've used a shield this time. So I'm in a much better place than I was in the first match. Down goes the Altaria, and in comes a Medicham. Now, I've revealed that I don't have Shadow Ball, because I've already used Bubble Beam and Ice Beam. A Shadow Ball would hurt this Medicham really hard. I throw the Bubble Beam, just getting that debuff. It'll probably get that back with a power-up punch. I know Ice Beam wouldn't have done that much. I'm able to get to a second Bubble Beam because Hex gives so much energy. Yep, that is 2 debuffs on that Medicham. It's going to need to do at least 2 power-up punches to get it back. Throw out the Victory Bell, poison resisting the fighting. Hoping for a fighting move, and it's a power-up punch. I resist. I'm sitting here like, now he knows it's a Victory Bell. Should I shield? I risk it. This time he throws a Psychic, very big damage on me. So now I have my Scrafty left, hoping there's no Charmer in the bag. I am preparing myself for whatever is back there. Gonna keep buffing myself up, hoping for that Steel type. Do not want to take that power-up punch just because like I don't know what is on the end here. So survey says Registeel. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I have that one shield in case Registeel tries to throw a Focus Blast at me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep throwing the power-up punches, keep making my counter damage more and more powerful, throwing my one shield just in case. And it's a shield bait for the Flash Cannon, but that still would have hurt. I throw my final power-up punch. What is that, 3 or 4 attack buffs right now? Shield does not matter, counter is too powerful. Down goes the Registeel. Third match, let us go. Jellicent has been working so far. Do we have a third Altaria? No, this time the Medicham. My Hex is actually going to be doing super effective because Medicham is that Psychic type. And I'm going to be resisting its counters. I'm going to shield bait like I keep doing. It doesn't know if I am running Shadow Ball or not. Shadow Ball would hurt. Yep, I get the shield, get the attack debuff. Now he could be throwing a Thunder Punch, but since Thunder Punch doesn't have stab, I'm not that worried. Psychic still hits pretty hard though. He brings out a Mew, which is still weak to Hex. He still doesn't know if I'm running Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna shield bait again with another Bubble Beam. And I get the shield, get the attack debuff. I'm like, you know what? Let's double down. I'm gonna debuff him once again. I don't know if he was about to throw a charge move at me. Mews are known for running Wild Charge quite often, and they do not take long to charge up. Uses a Grass Knot. I've never really seen a Mew with Grass Knot before. That was interesting. That Mew is pretty low, so I'm going to try and Razor Leaf it down. There's the Wild Charge I'm so familiar with. Really lowers his defense, super easy to take out. I have Victory Bell out with 2 shields, so I'm loving this. Even if they send out that Medicham, I'm not too worried. They have a Fire-type Cast Form. Okay. So I am going to be trying to throw that Foul Play because I don't need the shield bait with Power-Up Punch right now. Foul Play will be doing neutral because Psychic and fighting together make it neutral. And now he is going to be throwing an Ice Punch. That would have really hurt the Victory Bell. I'm glad that it's not around right now. With only that smudge of HP left, I decided to do a Power-Up Punch to get that attack buff, get ready for that Cast Form. Yep, there is the Cast Form. I really want to get to that Foul Play if possible. Yeah, and because it's running Ember, I know Victory Bell isn't going to last long, so I'm kind of betting on my Scrafty to get into that Foul Play. I get it. This Foul Play has been boosted by 1 Power-Up Punch and might be just enough. Ooh, he just barely hangs on. But I send in Victory Bell to do a couple of Razor Leafs before it could throw the Weather Ball. Good game, friend. Alright, we are 3 for 3 right now. Can we go for a 4th win? Let's see. Come on out, Jellicent. They got Umbreon. Really bad match for me. Oh my goodness. We're both super bulky, but he has the advantage being a Dark type. I send out my Victory Bell, and they send out Venusaur. Both Poison Grass, so we're not doing very effective damage to each other. I'm kind of hoping to get that Acid Spray, not so much to do damage, but to lower his defense. I decided to shield up here, trying to get to that Acid Spray. I get to it. Will he use a shield? Yep, I get that shield, and there goes his defense. So now Razor Leaf is doing even more damage. I choose the shield here once again. I really don't want that Umbreon and my Jellicent matched up, so I want to take out this Venusaur with my Victory Bell. Oh, now he gets to a charge move. If he's running Frenzy Plant, I should be able to live this. It's a quad resistance. Just barely live. I'm going to be able to throw this Leaf Blade on whatever is coming out. It's the Umbreon. Let's go. Leaf Blade is going to do quite a bit of damage. Yep, it doesn't look like much, but Umbreon is super defensive, so that was actually quite a bit. Now, Scrafty, very good matchup for Umbreon. Brings out his own Jellicent. Alright, so it's a Jellicent lead and a Jellicent closer. Now, if he's running Shadow Ball, I am in a pretty bad spot, actually. I get the shield and debuff him because he might have thought the same thing. I was running Shadow Ball, but I am not. Yep, there it is, but that Shadow Ball got debuffed. If I was running Shadow Ball, I might have actually been able to win this because I was able to shield bait. But unfortunately, I'm running Ice Beam to try and fight off any of the grass types. Like, I've been seeing a lot of Tropius, and one Ice Beam would take that out pretty easily. So now I'm just hoping, like, I'm gonna debuff this boy so much and hope Scrafty can save me. But counter does not do a lot to a ghost type. I am in a bad spot. Yep. Oh, he's running Ice Beam Shadow Ball. He's not even trying with the Bubble Beam. That might be the difference between a lead Jellicent and a closing Jellicent. He brings back the Umbreon. I'm like, I'm going to stock up on some power-up punches and hope for the best here. You see, by switching out that Jellicent, it's no longer debuffed. I think that's why they did it. So the Jellicent's going to come back and probably one-shot me with either of those moves. Because even though I'm like, I would resist this foul play, it's still doing just enough ping damage where I'm in trouble. I was hoping like maybe I can get to that foul play before they fire their move. Looks like maybe a CMP tie. This is definitely going to take me out. Yep, good game. Going into the final match. Definitely a Valor player, it appears. Now, I was able to get the 3 wins, and that's what's important. 3 wins are what make you go up in rating and not down. Also, you get that encounter, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this. Now, you bring out the Alolan Ninetales and immediately switch, and they think they're in a bad spot. Ice now got them locked into that Azumarill. Victory Bell is very big counter to Azumarill. And judging by how long it's taking him to fire this move, it is not an Ice Beam. Yep, it was a Play Rough. I might have been able to not shield that and been fine, because Poison resists Fairy types. But I'm able to Razor Leaf that Azumarill all the way down, and I got a fully charged up Leaf Blade. Who is coming out? My guess would be, yep, that Ninetales. I might have actually wanted to use Acid Spray here, just to lower that defense, because yep, they are definitely going to shield. I accept the Victory Bell's demise. It being a grass type, he is weak to the ice. Bring back out that Jellicent, still very charged up. I'm gonna shield bait. They don't know if I'm running Shadow Ball. Ice Beam would not be very effective. Do not get the shield. Decide to Bubble Beam again. Let's see if I get it this time. Nope, they are not touching their shield. They are holding on to it. But now that... oh, nope, it was super debuff, so they got the heck out of there. Throwing another Bubble Beam just to debuff this Scrafty. Now it's Scrafty versus Scrafty. The only difference is that mine is not that harmed and theirs took a Bubble Beam. So they're a little hurt, they're a little debuffed. They're gonna get that attack stat right back with a Power-Up Punch, which I guarantee that's what this is, since I got to my Power-Up Punch practically at the same time. Yep, they get their attack back, but I'm a little stronger right now. There goes the Scrafty, just waiting for that Alolan Ninetales to come back. Thank goodness it is not running Charm, otherwise this Scrafty would be fainted in one hit. Gonna buff myself up again with another Power-Up Punch. This is gonna be 2 buffs, doing neutral damage because of that Fairy typing, but Ninetales isn't super bulky. He gets to another Weather Ball really quick. Powder Snow and Weather Ball, very good spammy moveset. But my Jellicent here is barely hurt. I'm thinking this is probably a Weather Ball just because of how fast I resist being a Water type. I'm able to Hex it down. I'm going to Bubble Beam just in case, because the Ninetales are usually running Dazzling Gleam or Psyshock. I get that last shield. Here comes my Hexes. One last Bubble Beam. Oh, he gets the one more move. Probably a Weather Ball again. Let's see. Yep, I resisted. It's been debuffed. One final Bubble Beam will win me this game. That is 4 wins. I get a little bit of rare candy. Alright. Good game, friend. So that was me running Jellicent as a lead. Hex gives you a bunch of energy, making Bubble Beam very spammable. You get all those debuffs on your opponent. Not many Pokemon have a lot of options after that. Like, they're gonna have to switch or hopefully be an Umbreon. Umbreon was like the biggest counter we encountered. Other than that, like, someone else was actually using a Jellicent closer and they weren't even running Bubble Beam. And we actually lost to that guy, so maybe that is the better way to run Jellicent. But I'm having a good time running Jellicent as a lead. My rating is going up. With that being said, trainers, have fun PvP and good luck.